This is Cast of the Pod. I do want to warn Deb. Deb, I can see you back there, so don't pick your nose or anything like that.
Damn it.
Don't pick up that camera over there. It looks like a 1963 flashlight and hit me over the head with it either. All
You
right,
know,
y'all.
you
Welcome
start.
back to Cast of the Pod. Got the dream team in the house, consisting of Deb back there. Say hi, Deb.
Hello. Can you see me? Can you see me waving?
Over Zoom, we have Cobweb
Hey, what up, though? How y'all doing today?
and myself. I'm Josh. I'm me.
You're you.
Well, yeah. It's been. I thought it was like 4 months. Cobweb says it's only been a week since we recorded.
It feels like forever.
It's
We
only a
said,
short amount of time, man. It's only short. You know, absence
yeah,
makes the heart grow fonder.
true. Isn't that like a cyst, an abscess?
An abscess?
Yeah,
No. Uh, ugh.
it's
What?
like a boil.
What are you talking
Boy.
about?
He said giant pimples makes the heart grow fonder.
When did he say
That
that?
was my bad attempt at comedy. Is it?
That was horrible.
I had one
Horrible.
time. It was nasty. They dug it out of my leg, and it just had like
This, this,
half a gallon of pus, and then
ugh.
no. And what makes it worse is when they pull it out, all the muscle that it eats through, it makes a sack. They call it a pus sack, and they pulled it out, and it was like, for people that see it, if I ever put it out on on the YouTube, it was like almost a foot long pus sack, and it looked like those octopus. Remember the ones that back in the day you get them like at
Bro,
no, you go to the gas station and you buy them in a little pack, or sometimes they put it in the cereal, the ones you
yeah,
throw
the
against the
sticky
wall,
crawlers,
the wacky
the
wall
molly
crawler.
crawlers.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. It looked like a giant foot long octopus that they pulled out of my knee. I was like, bleh, bleh.
I think I almost threw up in my mouth.
I was looking at your video. I was like, I think you need to stop.
What
Josh.
was even worse I had to pack like 8 feet, maybe 9 feet of gauze into it daily
by himself
by
because I
myself.
couldn't do
Because
it.
Deborah tried it. She's like, I can't do it. I'm like, so I had to do it myself.
Because every
Yeah,
time I would try, like I would touch the edge, and Josh would go ah.
Well,
And
no,
I
no,
was
no, no.
like-
She wasn't touching the edge. She was like jamming. Had these things that looked like
Well, every time I would remember like something that you did, and that was just like
yeah.
Deb, don't be ashamed, because I wouldn't have did that shit either. He said,
Like,
"No, well, you gotta handle that yourself. I ain't signed
remember
up for
when you
this
made me
shit."
mad the other day?
Now I was wondering the other day. I was listening to which episode was it, Deb?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What was the episode where we were talking about you going to the concert and catching Busta and Nas?
That
What,
was
what
the
was it?
episode that we talked about.
Event Horizon. It hasn't even come out yet.
Right.
I was editing it, right? And then I told Deborah, I was like, this is pretty good. But then at the same time, I was telling Deborah, I wonder if Cast of the Pod listeners mind us talking about other stuff besides horror movies during the pod.
I think
Okay.
they do.
And I'm down for variety,
Okay.
but we want some kind of interaction going on.
Yes,
we
we
want the
do.
listeners to let us know what they want, because we'll go all just horror movies also. But if you want to hear about stuff like a giant octopus, see what I did there? Octopus,
Octopi.
sack coming out of my leg, and I would wish the doctor would have thrown it on the wall, and then it would have been like
Ugh.
down the wall. But
Okay.
if they don't want us to go into other stuff like that, then we won't.
I think octopus is the word of the day today.
Thank you, Deb. Something that really matters. I don't know when we're probably ever going to say this again.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Josh will.
But yeah, so we want to know. Let us know. You know what? Damn, I'm slipping. I am slipping.
What happened?
I should have had the phone number up and ready.
You got one job.
Oh yeah, I've got one job here. One job.
Jeez. Has
Phone
anybody
number.
started calling the cast phone yet?
No, nobody's called it. I got to put it out.
He
Number
said put
is
out.
Maybe that should have been the word of the day.
so area code for those of y'all who still use telephones, and those of y'all that know that telephones you actually talk on, you don't just like text. and stuff
Right.
like that. People don't even text. People just IG, TikToking, and other stuff I don't even know about. But for those of you that still dial on your phone, dial 786-763-2278. It's not easy to remember, but I mean,
write it down.
for the really old people that know that numbers have letters on them too, it's 786 pod 2278. Yeah, that's gonna make it so much easier to remember.
Right. It's yeah, I got it all down pat.
786-763-2278.
And what happens if they have the rotary phone?
And then they're gonna be there for like a week. I'll tell you what though, I told a youngster the other day about the phone number, and I was explaining how it had pod in there.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, what do you mean pod? How am I gonna do? I type in the letters? I'm like, no, on the phone it's got letters on there. They're like, yeah, the 9-digit, that like the old 9 text. I was like, well, no, not necessarily like that. Technically, yeah. But I said, if you look on the phone on the numbers, it's got letters underneath it. No, it doesn't know. Brought up the cell phone, saw the letters, was in shock. Like the world had changed. He looked at me like it was CERN. Like it was a Mandela effect. There was never letters before. Did you turn them on my phone? How am I going to turn the letters on your phone?
Right. He's going to go home and share it with all his friends. Did you guys know?
How old were you when you found this out? I
Right.
was this age.
I was so old, I remember you had to call a phone number to find out what time it was. Find out the temperature.
Oh, yeah. Frostbite time.
That's old, Josh.
Yep.
That's old. I commend you on that. Commend you on
So this week, after everybody interacts with us, oh yeah, also the social medias, Cast of the Pod. And then if you want to reach out to us individually, Cobweb 411, like the information 411. And then I'm Old Married Gamer. And then Deb. None of y'all need to be reaching out to Deb. That's it. Plain and simple.
Why not?
Yeah, Deb don't need to be talking to nobody.
Please. No, let me tell you why, Deb. I'm going to tell you straight up. Since I've been doing this podcast, which I great that my socials have been going through the freaking roof, so I'm really happy for you guys. But all you strippers,
For us,
Yes.
for us, yeah,
Yes.
all the strippers that keep contacting me, I'm already taken. I'm sorry.
when all these hot strippers get online and they look up Cast of the Pod, on the side of their screen, right, it says a cobweb is in your area.
I'm telling you.
A hot Josh wants to talk to you. Click here.
It's like I get like maybe about 3. I'm serious. Like I get like maybe about 3 or 4 Instagram models a week sending me friend requests since we've started doing.
You just gotta tell them. You gotta tell them, ladies. Look, I'm sorry. I don't mean to break your heart, but no, can't do it. So
That's
all y'all
right.
motherfuckers out there, I'm just telling everybody else. Y'all better not reach out to any of Deb's socials, which is Deb Mrs. OMG.
Then why do you say it out?
Huh?
Like
What-
I've had some already contact me.
What?
Somebody tried to
Yeah.
slide in your DMs, Deb.
Yeah, but I delete them.
the fuck? Oh, now you got
Fling
jokes?
around.
Now
And
you
it's
got
It's not a
the
joke.
whole
I'm being
back of his
serious.
head turned red.
And his neck's been hurting too. It's not a joke.
Man.
I'm being serious. But I've been deleting them. Because I don't want you to get mad.
Everybody better write in, say they don't want any more jokes. Jokes are done. No more Cast of the Pod jokes. Just straight to the horror movies.
See, that's what we're about today.
Comedy shit's getting old. Game is to be told, not to be sold. Well, okay. So, I don't even know what we're talking about.
Okay,
Today's movie.
Cobb, what are we
Let's go.
doing?
we're doing The Haunt. The Haunt.
Yes.
Oh,
Haunt.
yes.
The Haunt.
Haunt. It's on Amazon Prime
Amazon
right now.
Prime.
I watched it on the almighty Shutter.
It's also on 1-800 bootleg, but you want to stay away from that.
True that.
That only works for people that know about 800 phone numbers. Because that was straight up a joke. But did you know the people that wrote this were also the same people that did A Quiet Place?
No, I did not.
Really?
Yeah. And they wrote them around the same time, and they didn't think either movie was going to get made.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they did a pretty good job.
It's all right.
Now The Haunt was it was decent.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Quiet Place. Quiet Place pisses me the fuck off. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
right
it does.
now.
It really did. And part 2 really pissed me the fuck off.
We
But
haven't
that's
seen
another
part
show.
It made me
That's
so
another
mad.
show.
I didn't even watch part 2. Before we get into The Haunt, I'm going to tell you what I hate about Quiet Place.
Go ahead.
No, we'll save it. We'll save it. We'll save it for the Patreon.
Right. That's Patreon. You want to hear that? That's on Patreon. The Patreon, I have a Quiet Place review right next to Nope.
Hey, I've
You
seen
can pay
Nope.
for that train wreck.
I'll tell you right now, I've seen Nope 3 times already.
Yep. Yep.
3 times. We changed Nope to Yup.
No fucking way.
Yep.
You trying to tell me that you watched Nope 3 goddamn times?
3.
Yeah, 3 times.
And I guarantee you,
We'll watch it
I
again.
guarantee you it's going to be 4.
You gotta be shitting me. What the-
Nope. You want to talk
Okay.
about Nope or you want to talk about Haunt?
We talking about Haunt. We did Haunt. Okay,
I'll talk
Deb's
about
been
Nope.
This is Deb's pick. Deb's wanted to watch this movie. She wanted to do this, and this is where we're on.
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
I did. Actually, I did.
All right. So Haunt had its world premiere at the Popcorn Frights Film Festival, August 8th, 2019. And that's all I got on it. But
That's it.
it made $2.4 million worldwide at the time. So we go ahead.
That's not that much.
Not really. No, it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Kind of feel bad now.
So didn't Eli Roth have something to do with it? That guy
he
is
helped,
sick. He's
didn't
sick,
he produce
twisted.
it or something?
His name popped up on a screen somewhere, but I don't see it on IMDb.
His name did pop up. I think it was like a producer. And I was like, hey, it's that guy.
So
it has to be good.
So it says on Halloween, a group of friends encounter an extreme haunted house that promises to feed to their darkest fears. The night turns deadly as they come to the horrifying realization that some nightmares are real. That seems more in depth than the actual movie.
Yeah.
That's very vague.
That's
That's very vague.
Yeah, because if you go by that, then you watch the movie, you're like, nah, there was some bait and switch going on there.
Yeah, whoever wrote that, they didn't want to give away too much what the story is about. Because the story could be easily given away pretty quickly. Spoiler alert.
Respect it. Yeah. Oh, hey,
true.
they have been warned.
They have been warned.
The pod people know.
Yep.
Yeah.
The millions and millions
Yep.
Of pod people.
of pod
Of
people.
pod people.
Yeah, they've been warned. So the movie starts off. What's the main girl's name, Deborah? Harper.
I was gonna say I don't know because I don't remember their names.
So it starts off where why is she alone? Or why is she sad? What's going on?
I think her and her boyfriend had a fight because she had bruises on her face. And
That's
then
right.
And her friend was going. Her roommate was going to It was Halloween night, and they were going out to celebrate Halloween. And she was like, "You need to leave him," and blah 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 blah.
And then the other roommate, who's gonna be like a nurse, comes in and says, "I can see through your makeup. You have a swollen, husa whatever, blah blah blah, this on your face, and your makeup's not covering your black eyes and all that." But,
right. She wasn't as good. She wasn't as good as the alleged Amber Heard.
I like how you threw that alleged in there.
she was not.
She did not step on a bee.
No.
But
Did you make the face?
yeah, I made the
Okay.
face.
Because you can't say that without making the face.
So here's the thing, though.
Doesn't count.
Her friends Bailey and Angela, they're like, we know you got your ass beat. Let's go get drunk.
Oh, you forgot to put where her friend, her roommate, takes her phone away and says, "You're breaking up with him," and she like takes her phone and puts it's over, but she doesn't send it.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
did send it. She did
No,
send it.
the friend didn't send it.
Oh, but she ended up sending
Yeah,
it
she
later
ended
on.
up sending it
Harper.
after.
But I
Yeah,
mean,
because she
nothing.
snatched it out of her hand before she could hit it.
Yeah, nothing fixes domestic violence like getting drunk at a party instantly after domestic violence.
Mm,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, okay, we can talk about the pus octopus coming out of my leg. And we can talk about, but we can't make any domestic violence jokes.
No, I wasn't saying you can't make any jokes. I was just like, I don't know, alcohol can fix a lot of things.
Allegedly.
It can fix a lot of issues. You know?
It can cause a lot too. But...
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it can.
it can make you forget too.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So they go to a party, right? Oh, that's something else. Her boyfriend in his jacked up old truck. I actually like the truck, to be honest with you.
The red pickup.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind having one. Lower it down a little bit, you know. But anyways, he throws a giant ass pumpkin at their house. Anybody who's strong enough to throw a pumpkin like that would have broke her face, because that was a big ass pumpkin. It wasn't like a little pumpkin. That had to be like a good, like 30-pound pumpkin.
I don't get it. I don't
What's
get
that?
it. I don't understand why. You know, that's you're not going to understand crazy if you're not crazy. You
True.
know, I mean, obviously he was an abusive person, and he did not treat the ladies the right way, and he got mad because she didn't want to take it. You know, I'm going to beat your ass, and you're going to fucking love me for it. Fuck that.
But my point is, he's like 130 pounds, like 5 foot nothing, and that was like a 30, 40-pound, 60-pound pumpkin that he threw because it smashed his pumpkin guts all over the door and all that.
Should have broke the damn door in.
Yeah. This is my lack of disbelief.
Okay.
I already ruined the movie for me from this point forward because, you know, the skinny guy threw a giant pumpkin.
Whatever. Come on.
I'm not smart enough to just let reality go while watching a movie.
Trust me, I done seen some crazy ass fools do some stupid ass shit.
Speaking of crazy ass fools doing stupid ass shit, so they go to the party, right? And this is honestly something I don't get. After they go to the party, and this one asshole guy spills beer all over her, and that asshole guy ends up hanging out with all them that night. They were just like, "Oh, he's an asshole. It's okay. He's one of the boys," you know.
That was him?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even.
And then he didn't even apologize for it.
Yeah, just at least like, "Oh, party foul. My bad. I'm sorry. You know, here's a paper towels or something."
Right.
He was just like, "That's what you get for being there. That's what you get for existing."
He was a pretty ass. That was an asshole move right there. I didn't.
I'm glad he got his. He got it.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
You have been warned.
But so she meets a guy that night, and he's a pretty good guy. He's not trying to take advantage of her or anything like that. And they kind of make it look like that for a second. But so she goes outside at the end of the party, right? And the big devil guy is there. Did you notice that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
I was
the
like,
the
what
devil
is that?
guy, who's gonna be in the haunted house later on. So were they singled out from the get-go?
What
I
I don't
don't think
understand.
so.
What don't you understand, Deborah?
Well, because when she saw him, right?
They
that
try to
truck,
they try to make it look like he was the boyfriend.
Yeah, because the truck was there, but then they showed the boyfriend later on, and he was like,
He was
not
just
anywhere near where she was at.
right.
So, but then it's made me start thinking: was Was it the boyfriend who threw the pumpkin?
Or was it the
Or what?
giant devil guy mask
Maybe
guy?
like they had already seen them or something like before, and they were trying to get their attention.
See, that's something else that we'll talk about when we get later on in the movie. Were you gonna say something, Cobb?
It's just your classic horror movie, a hole in the story.
But yeah, yeah, I can accept that because where I'm gonna go with it, it just. Anyways,
Maybe our imaginations just went.
so they're driving around looking for haunted houses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Harper,
No, they're looking for one because that's when the guy comes
asshole
out
guy, what was
and
his name?
he finds the flyer and they're like, "Oh, this sounds amazing!" Blah 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 blah.
His name was Evan.
Right. He
So
was out there planting flyers for them to get lure people out there to the haunt.
yeah, Dad, what are you doing?
Nothing.
I hear like weird noises back there.
My throat's making noises.
It's called talking.
Oh. Then why are you asking me?
So, so they're all in this minivan, right? And they're all like looking for this place. And then Harper sees what she thinks is her boyfriend's truck following them. And she's like, he's following us. He's following us. So they start speeding up. He starts speeding up. They start going through random backcountry roads, right? And then they pull off to the side. They're like, that's it. You know, we're either going to prove that she's crazy and we're not really being followed, or we're going to beat this guy's ass. So they pull off, random spot on the side of the road, which, Deb, I don't know if you remember, we've done that.
Pull over to the side?
Pull over to the side of the highway.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say the rest without incriminating myself. I plead the fifth. I'll tell you a little later when we're not recording Cobweb about that story.
Yeah. Yeah, Patreon. Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon. Not even there. Not even there. That's cash in hand Patreon right there. But no, so they pull off the side of the road, waiting for the guy to come back in the truck. Nothing. No truck, nowhere. Right?
But then
as soon as they're about to throw it in reverse and get away, here comes the fluorescent light. Dunk, just turns on out of the darkness. Haunted house, go this way.
Yep. It ain't on none of the lists. Nope.
It's not the one they were looking for or anything like that. They just happened to just pull right there. Shit happens, you know. But let me ask you this. Keep it in your mind. Please don't answer it yet till we get to the end of this and more further in the movie. But I didn't think they were supernatural. I didn't think they had any kind of magic, mystical powers. I thought they were just assholes. But
so what do you want me to say?
Just keep it in there cooking until we get further.
All right, you can cook all day. It's still well done. It ain't gonna make a damn difference.
I know you got the answer, or you got a good hypothesis for it. But I want to talk to the people, the pod people, a little bit, and so they can hear about the story instead of just going straight to the end that they were just like tattoo artists and shit like that.
There he goes again, Deb, with the structural analytical bullshit.
So they get there, right? They're like, oh, let's go to this ghost place. Just popped out of nowhere. We're lazy asses, and we're just going to go to this haunted house instead of the one that we planned on going to.
So, wait. So that wasn't the one that was on the flyer?
No, that wasn't the one. That was just random ass, just pull off to the side of the dark road, and there's no sign on, and then automatically, mystically, there's one there.
I've never done that before in my freaking life.
Me either.
I've gone to tons of haunted houses, tons of them. I mean, I've hit like all of them in the area big time.
Have you gone to the ones that don't have signs and they look like they're real houses and you got to walk through the yards? Oh, man.
That looks like a real haunted house, like an old house. I've been to those. But let me tell you something. It's either like in the newspaper, they tell you where it's at. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on. There's a line around the corner. Blah, 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 whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not just going to show up to be like, man, ain't nobody really here. This place must, in my mind, I'm thinking it must not be that good.
Yeah.
I agree. 100%. I agree. So they get there and there's like 4 people ahead of them. Nobody else in the parking lot.
No, there was nobody. It was them.
I thought the guy was talking. There There was a group before them, right? See? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was them just like outside.
That's what you get for thinking.
No, there was a group before Deb.
'Cause they
Remember how
even-
else did they get it? Well, Deb, let him do his thing.
No,
That's
go.
right. Okay,
Because
okay. I
they
know.
hear
Yeah.
screaming later on.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that part.
So they get there. Then there's this asshole clown guy there, and they have to wait for the next group to go through. See, this part don't make no sense either.
Dude, and I hate freaking clowns. I hate damn clowns. Okay, clowns are. Ask me later on why I hate clowns, and I give it to you. But keep it going.
All right. That's on the.
They're
Patreon.
gonna love that one.
That's on the Patreon. So you got to give up your phone. You got to sign a liability waiver, and then they're gonna lock it up in a box on the side of the building, which they didn't do that for the people ahead of them. Where was their box? Where were their phones?
Maybe they had already taken it. Because maybe they had already done all that, and there was a group
See,
before them.
there goes Deborah spoiling the whole thing of when they come back and they finally make it out later on to get their phones. The box is gone. You just ruined the whole thing, Deborah.
You just ruined the whole thing.
No, because it's a point, and that's a good point. That's another hole in the story, because they put their phones in the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
So exactly where were the other people's phones at?
Yep.
Did they take the box off and put another box up there, or was it just a box full of random phones? You ain't gonna put my phone in a box full of random phones.
It was probably because remember, like when the guy takes their box, and then there's like he has like a whole bunch of phones on the table.
Maybe they weren't paying attention when they walked away with the other box.
Yeah, whatever. They was on that bullshit.
Yes, exactly.
Well, anyways, I wouldn't go anywhere where they're like, you can't take your phone. You have to leave your phone here.
Well, you can't. Then you're not going to any comedy shows because they take your phone, put them in a lock bag, and all that.
That's in California. I hear they just tell you don't do it. Because I got in trouble once at the Tony Baker show.
Uh-oh.
Because I pulled out my phone and I took a picture of Tony Baker, and the guy was like, later on, he's like, could you not do that, please, sir? And I tried to blow him up, but he was serious. I was like, get the fuck out of my goddamn face. He said, no, I'm serious, sir. You can't do that.
Cobweb starting stuff like that.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
So they go in. Okay, they go into the haunted house, right? And it's a pretty generic, not bad haunted house or anything like that. Stuff like you see everywhere else. And then they get to this one room where there's this girl there on the floor. She's like screaming, "Help me, help me, help me." Whatever. And then out comes this witch, and she's got a hot poker that she pulls out of the fire.
Ooh.
And she puts it on the girl's face. And like right when she's gonna put it on her face, just psh, and the smoke comes out of like a smoke machine, curtains close, end of story. Still looks fake.
Yeah.
Still looks like haunted house shit.
And they're all clapping. Woo!
Right. So
Yeah.
So then they go into a room. I don't remember how they split up.
Well,
That was,
It says like if you want scary, go this way.
Oh, if you don't want scary, go the other way. Yeah.
Mistake number one. Well, mistake number 2 or 3, actually.
Yeah. They're down that road. They're down the highway of mistakes already.
Yeah.
Oh, they do it multiple times in this movie where they want to split up.
So it's 5 of them, right? 2 guys and 3 girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's her name? Harper. She goes away with asshole guy. Well, maybe because she was there with Bailey. Bailey's her roommate. And then the guy that she was just talking to takes off the other way with Angela.
Because he didn't want the scary.
He didn't want the scary.
And she did. She's like, I'm going to chance my life.
So they go to this room, and this is another, you want to talk about nope? This is a big nope for me. They go into a room, everything's locked. The only way to get out is if you stick your arm into this thing and reach out and grab stuff.
Yeah.
So I saw that, and that really pissed me off. Because I'm not doing it.
Yeah, no, I'm like, nope.
No, I ain't doing that shit. Nope. You're gonna have to, somebody's gonna have to stick their hand in there. And then they stuck their hand in there, and there you go.
Yep.
You see what happened to your ass doing that stupid junk.
Because man, the first guy sticks his hands in there. He's like, "Oh, it's brains," and he pulls out like spaghetti or something,
Right.
or something. I'd be afraid of throwing my hand in there and then grabbing some dude's junk on the other side. I ain't
Been to a
falling for
lot of
that.
been to a lot of gas station stops, huh, Josh?
I was gonna say I'm not falling
Been
for
to a
that
few
shit.
rest stops, huh?
I'm not falling for it again.
He
It's just-
said it again. Never again.
Never again.
This weekend was enough.
Woo!
so so I forgot what the next thing was. Oh, it's grapes. Is grapes,
Yeah.
right?
And then he eats it.
And then he eats the grape.
I was like, why are you eating that?
Fat,
The
What
thing-
if like
you fat hungry motherfucker.
what
He
if
just
the other people that were there just like
had touched the grapes,
you
had
don't
been
know where
digging in
hands
their
have been?
nose, damn booger hands grabbing on
It's
the
the reason
grapes.
why they wash fruit off before you eat it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then Bailey sticks her arms in there, and she's like, "I don't feel nothing. I don't feel nothing." And then this is the part we forgot to put in there. Bailey was borrowing Harper's mom's ring,
oh yeah, she's like
Yeah.
take this.
and then random flashback of Harper's mom getting beaten by Harper's dad, falling down, and the ring falls off her finger. So this is showing you a pattern of abuse in Harper's family.
Oh
Yeah, and that's some hard abuse.
So and it went from like, oh, this is a goofy movie back to the guilt trip. I was like, oh man, why are you gonna bring us
Yeah.
back to reality like that? Well, I mean, maybe that's part of what they were trying to do: reality fantasy, reality fantasy. So she sticks her arm in there, right? And she's reaching around and you hear bling, 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 where the ring fell off. And she's like, I dropped her mom's ring, and she starts reaching around, and then all of a sudden she can't pull her arm out, and then she starts screaming.
Oh yeah.
in pain and writhing around and all that. They finally get her arm out. She looks at her arm. There's nothing on her arm, and then you see the razor gashes open up and then bleed.
Oh man.
That was crazy.
I was telling somebody about that. I have two stories about that. One of them will leave for another time. I'll tell you when we're done here. But another one is I was telling somebody about that, and I've had that cut. That's a bad cut when it doesn't bleed at first.
Oh.
And then your body catches up and goes, "Oh shit, I'm cut.
Yep.
I'm supposed to bleed now." That's some bad stuff. And
Yeah.
so when I was telling my coworker about it, they're like, "Oh, it sounds fake." Blah blah blah. I showed them on my phone, and they're like, "Yeah, that looks fake. It looked real to me. That was. If you hadn't been through it, then maybe you're gonna think it's fake. But it. I mean, I know it really didn't happen, but the way that they did it looked good. I'll give them credit for their blood in this movie.
I will too. They let's just say the death scenes in like this, the gore scenes were pretty. They look pretty believable.
Yeah.
You know, they look pretty hardcore. I mean, they did a really good job on it. The special effects.
See, now this is when the other team goes off and they see Angela. And Angela is being held down on the side by the witch. The same
That
witch
bitch, yeah.
the same witch that burned the other girl's face, right? I honestly thought up until this point that everything was fake and that they were going to reach the end and everybody was going to be alive.
I did too for a little bit.
I
You know what I
didn't.
mean?
I knew what was up.
I thought it was going to be a twist, and the whole twist was that it was all just really a haunted house. That's it. But then this is when Angela's on the ground, and I'm like, look, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to fake burn her face like they fake burned the other girl, right? And then nope,
Mhm.
zoom, just stabbed her. I hit the mic. They just stabbed her in the head, stabbed her in the temple with a hot poker through the brain.
Yeah.
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 I was like, oh, so it's not a show.
And like the whole time she out, so she didn't even.
No, I think she yelled a little bit because they showed her eye open when they stabbed the side of the head.
That was hardcore. That was hardcore. A hot poker through your side of your head.
Yeah.
Shit. Oof.
So they try to get out. What was the kill for you? Which was the one that sticks in your head the most?
The my favorite when they killed the old ass witch.
Yes.
When they killed
Yeah.
her ass, that was my favorite because that chick pissed me off. with her freaking little hot poker. You know, I was glad when they got her, when they took her head and she came over and she started smashing it with the door multiple times with the steel
Yeah.
door. Boom, boom, you know.
See,
Because how
that's
didn't she know? She didn't notice that he was even underneath her or something, you know, at the time. And when he was pushing up,
Yeah. Because she was
you know,
like
which seemed kind of weird
trying
to
to.
me.
it just this is where I'm gonna go with it. So, just about everybody dies in this movie, right? Almost everybody.
Mhm.
Right.
Um, and then you finally find out everybody's wearing there's like a witch, a devil, a ghost, a zombie, and all that. And when they meet the ghost guy, this is when the asshole that spilled the beer on Harper
Yeah.
meets the ghost guy, and he's kind of goofy, kind of sympathetic also to their situation. And then he takes off his mask, and his face is all like messed up. Were they? Because they show a guy that looks like a demon, but then you come to find out he was just a tattoo artist and he had body modifications. All the spikes sticking out of his face. You can get that done.
Yeah, them jokers
Yeah.
didn't need no damn mask. They was ugly as hell.
Underneath the cheap masks.
Yeah, they I thought that's really weird to me. How you go after that ugly ass look and then you got it and then you put a mask over it.
But here's the thing though, the guy that had the ghost mask on, the one that was kind of sympathetic to asshole guy, to asshole Evan, he says it's a work in progress. His face was all fucked up. So
Yeah.
were they any kind of supernatural? Were they, half of them were supernatural, half of them were human, or they were
I
just
don't
like
think
body
any of them were supernatural. Honestly,
I
tell the
just-
truth, Josh. I think they were all just a bunch of assholes.
just
Yeah.
body
You know?
modification, extreme
Yeah,
body
and they were
modification?
right, and they were taking people's face off and using them for new masks.
Okay, I can deal with that.
You know, they were some crazy fools, man. That junk right there was pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
You know, especially how they removed the mask, the people's mouth that removed it.
Dude, when he put the hammer in that guy's mouth and pulled it back, broke the teeth, and peeled the face back,
That one
Oh.
was
that
ugly.
that showed some, that I felt the pain through the video.
Oh man, that was hardcore.
That one made me
That-
close my eyes.
Yeah, right. Now, Deb, how did you feel about this? Because you wanted to do this movie big time.
Yep.
Yes, because I saw the trailer and I was like, yes. And I liked it. So don't get me wrong. I liked the movie. But there was a lot of things that made me mad. Like, first of all, going to the haunted house in the beginning. I was mad about that. I was like, really? You know, you just see a sign that says haunted house and you go in there. There's nobody there. There's not cars of people waiting in line to get there. And you're just going to trust these people with your life, basically, because you want to be scared.
Yeah.
True that.
I didn't get it, and that made me mad. But after I got over that part, I actually did like the movie. So yeah, I was glad we saw it, and we're doing the podcast.
Wait, well, you know what part really pissed me off?
What's that?
When they killed the sister. How she died. You know, that really ticked me off.
Oh,
that
when
really
she was
ticked me off.
dressed up, yeah.
When they tied her up like that and her friend stabbed her like that, that really pissed me off. I was like, that sucked.
So for the pod people out there, it gets to the end of the movie. Harper's about to make her way out. There's this scene where, see, this is another thing I was wondering if it's supernatural or not. She has to climb underneath the bed in a room that looks just like her room when she was a kid, that her mom was getting her ass beat. And
It
she's under
did.
the bed. She's under the bed, just like she was under the bed when she was a kid. She finds a key. You take the key, put it in the lock, turn it, all the gears start moving, all the Vokes and all that start moving. And luckily she was standing off to the side because it was like, use the key to get to the end.
Mm-hmm.
So it triggers a mechanism, and then a gun just blows a hole through the door. She would have been standing in front of the door, she would have got blasted.
Yeah.
Wait, you missed the crucial part. When she
she
stabbed old dude, the devil in the eye with that damn key.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
He was really pissed off about that eye.
Yeah.
He was really pissed off about that eye.
You think?
He's like, I
He
paid
was
a
really
lot
mad.
of money for this.
Right. He was upset about that eye, but that motherfucker was ugly as hell. As much as his butt was messed up, he was just upset about his eye.
Yeah.
It's on my.
So she starts going down the hallway where the gun's at. And here comes another creature. I forgot what the creature was. Right. And the creature's not saying anything, it's just kind of stalking down the hall. And Harper stabs the creature, trying to save herself, pulls the mask off, and it's her friend with tape across her mouth, tied up underneath the outfit and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she killed her friend.
Yep.
That sucked.
Yeah.
That completely sucked.
No.
Yeah, that sucked. And then when she killed, and then with the shotgun scene, okay, now this guy didn't know that thing was going to keep shooting. I mean, they
it's
set
his
this
trap. It's his trap. Their trap. They set it up.
So he
Right.
had to don't. Or maybe
Right.
he thought that he was fast enough not to get.
No, it was because of the eye.
Oh, yeah, he couldn't see.
I wanted her, because she was on the ground, I wanted her to like push him up with her legs or something like that at the last second, push him into the blast.
I thought
Okay.
that's what she was gonna do, but
Not him just forgetting where he was at and happened to be standing when the blast went off.
yeah.
Well, rage can really mess you up. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? When you're fighting against somebody with this full of rage, it's easy to manipulate them to what you want because they're not thinking.
True.
And he was just really pissed off about losing that damn eye.
Yeah.
You know, that eye was gone.
He paid a lot of money for it. Or maybe the one person he took it from, it was like a hard kill or something.
So
wait a sec. Deb, what was your favorite kill scene?
The witch, the one you said, that was my favorite one.
What about you, Josh?
I like when they killed asshole Evan, when they tore his face off, and oh man, when
that was the one outside, right?
No, that was the blonde fat guy.
Yeah, weren't they outside?
Yeah, waiting for the phone. That's right. But then what was the boyfriend's name? The new boyfriend. The love interest.
I don't remember.
Was
his
he
name.
Will? Was he Nathan? Or is that the asshole boyfriend? See, that's something else. So Will gets on her phone and texts the old boyfriend, this is where she's at, drops a pin. Boyfriend goes out there, gets killed as soon as he gets there.
Yeah.
Bolt in the neck.
Yeah. Just
See,
dead.
But you know what?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Deb. You can.
That's why I didn't understand, because they made it look. They made it look like it was a boyfriend that threw the pumpkin. They made it look like it was a boyfriend that was following them. Even when she saw the tall ghost thing, whatever, in the alley.
They made it look like it was him.
They made it look like it was the boyfriend because the truck left. But then I'm thinking, okay, so if it was the boyfriend, he would have known where she was at if he had been following her all this time.
But he wasn't part of any of it, Deb.
No, he wasn't. But I'm like, so are they were they following her? Did they pick her?
They were just picking with your mind.
See, and that's where I get confused. Are they supernatural? Are they human?
No, because there was a bunch of weak assholes. Honestly, tell the truth. Let's be truthful. They were very frail.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't take much to really overpower him. Even the guy with the chainsaw that came after her like that, you know, she was able to push him off to the side pretty easily.
Yeah, that's true.
And he just looked at her like, you touch me.
Yeah, you're not
right.
Can't you?
Yeah, they weren't that difficult. You know.
So
and he could have, and then when they was jumping over that fence, they could have made it over that damn fence.
Yeah.
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 They could have made it. He didn't have to go back. He was already almost over the top of the fence. He could have jumped over that fence, and they could have been over that damn thing.
Yep.
So
they could have lived happily ever after.
Movie ends, and Harper goes to the hospital, and she's there. They're treating her there at the hospital. Right? Are we ready for the ending already?
Yeah, go right ahead.
And as she's there at the hospital, they're like, "Oh, I need you to sign this release form," and then she remembers that they signed a release form at the haunted house, and it had like their address and everything like that. And Harper happened to put her childhood home address on there, and she's like, "Mom." So,
yeah.
Next thing you know, clown guy I was really disappointed. Now that we're talking about Clown Guy, all the villains get killed except Clown Guy, right? And so
Right.
he goes to burn the place down. And one of the things he lights is in one of the rooms they had these bags. They looked like they were bags filled with bodies, filled with blood. We find out that it was oil, right?
Right.
I was disappointed with those bags. I wanted it to be something else, something different, because they
Right.
teased it. But it was them saying, so he just burns this place out of nowhere. That was their way of showing that it was booby trapped, that they could burn and run.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I was disappointed. I wanted more from the blood bags, the oil bags.
I thought so too. I thought it'd been filled with like intestines or something like that.
Something, yeah.
Something like that. And there's one thing we didn't talk about with Harper when she was trying to get out and when she was running and she stepped on that nail.
I was just about to say that. I was
that
gonna
was-
say another part that made me like go, oh, was that. And then at the end, when he goes into her house, he does
the same exactly.
thing. So,
But
What about
not only did she step on it, go ahead.
she had the glue on her hands and she had to pull it off.
She was crawling and she
Yes.
had glue on her hands. Yeah, and it tore. See, my little sister back in the day, my grandma on my mom's side had one of those gas stoves, the heaters that's just
Yeah.
right there on the floor with the ceramic, back and all that. My little sister went off and put her hands on it,
oh,
pulled her hands back, left some meat on there, and then had her hands torn exactly like how Harper's hands were. So when I saw that, I went straight back to that
flashback.
and that was like industrial. In the movie, it was like industrial glue strips or something like that. But when she stepped on it, did you notice in all these horror movies, in Home Alone, in that's a horror movie, in X, every time somebody steps on a nail, it gets right up in the foot, like between the toe areas, like right where the toe knuckles are.
Yeah.
This one, she stepped on it on the heel. Like she went backwards into it and went up and into the foot, into the leg. It looked painful.
I never asked, what reminded me of, I remember once when I was a kid, when I was a real asshole. I had me and my brother, we were goofing around in the backyard and we got upset about what we were supposed to be doing and I pushed him. I was trying to build a model airplane go-kart and he was trying to build a race car go-kart. I don't know. We had a bunch of stuff laying around and we got ticked off at each other and I pushed him and he stepped on a nail like that. Then it went through his foot.
Oh.
And you talk about my dad being pissed.
All right. Let's look for some interactivity here. So if anybody hears it, gets this far, you don't have to do it publicly. If you're bashful, you can send it in the DMs. I'm gonna ask Deb and I'm gonna ask Cobweb this question too, and I'll give my answer to it. Anybody else listening to this, please hit us up: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'll start using the Twitter if y'all want to use Twitter.
Or the phone
TikTok,
number. Give them the number real quick.
Or the phone. Man, I got to do work and look for the damn number. I closed that page, so now I got to go back, open up Facebook.
How do you want them to call?
Now it's bringing up my Josh Long one. I got to go into the Cast the Pod.
You got 8 hands like an octopus. You can handle this.
I see what you did there, Cobb. All right, hit us up at 786-763-2278 and let us know if you have no choice. There's no option. Well, you have 2 options. You have to step on a nail. You want it to go through the front of your foot where it might pop out the top, right here between the toe joints and all that? Or do you want it up in the heel where it's going to go up like into your leg and all that? Your choice. You have to step on a nail. Front of the foot.
If you had to.
Yeah. Front of the foot or heel.
I would take the
or
the
I mean
front of the
the third option
third?
in the arch.
Any of them's going to take some. You know what? My wife had a cortisone shot in her heel of her foot.
I would say heel.
You want the heel?
Yeah.
I'm married to a masochist. I knew
I
she
can
was.
understand she wants to heal because it might be easier to heal better because if you get in that top of that foot, it's gonna be hurting you for a long time walking,
Yeah.
and that arch ain't gonna heal right. I got
Mm-mm.
sensitive arches, so I know that that's gonna take a time to heal. That's one
I,
thing I hate. Ooh,
I would say the front of the foot for me. Hopefully you catch it
front.
between. Hopefully you catch it between the bones.
Or between the toe,
It just.
or it just goes through your shoe,
Oh, Deb,
or does it have to
why
go?
do you go? Why do you gotta go there?
Or are we barefooted?
So when Deb first moved in with me back in the day, is that what you're trying to talk
No,
about?
but I.
My guilty ass conscience.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Go ahead.
Way back in the day, way back before the 2000s, right?
We were just dating, right?
No, we weren't dating. You
We
moved.
were.
You moved in with me.
I didn't. Okay.
You moved in with me.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
knows. Okay.
I remember this. This is one of the few things I remember. Right. My dumbass. We had these nice wooden floors, parquet wooden floors, right? And I was going through a phase in my life or whatever. So I had these throwing knives, and I'm throwing them. I'm sitting in my chair, throwing them across the room, tung, 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 into the floor, tung, 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 into the floor, going up. I had 6 of them, tung, 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 tung. Go up, pick up all 6, go sit back down in my chair, tung, 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 right? Deborah walks in to tell me, because my mom was there, to tell me that my mom had made dinner, dinner was ready. Right after I threw one of the knives, right? She had on are y'all PF Flyers up there? Or are y'all Chuck All Stars Converse?
Neither one.
What?
We're only wearing Jordans or either Air Force Ones.
Well,
All they
I'm
wear in
not.
Chicago are Jordans.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's it.
But
That's
this
all
is
they
back.
wear is Jordans.
This was back in the day, though.
Right.
So, anyways, Deborah had her Chucks on, her Converse. I throw the knife, goes through the shoe, hits her on her big toe along the side of the nail, on the inside of the toe, not on the outside of the toe. Comes out the bottom of her toe, through the shoe, into the floor.
I couldn't pick my foot up. It was stuck
Yeah.
on the floor.
You married this man?
That's what I'm saying.
Sweet
That's
Lord.
what I'm saying.
Whoa.
But he used
bro.
to do nice
And
stuff.
Wait. Haven't you ever heard of a security deposit? I mean,
His
I would
mom-
completely mess up your security deposit if you
His
throw a
mom told
knife
me-
into the hardwood floor.
His mom told me no refunds. I was stuck.
Literally.
Man. Woo!
I'm disappointed she stayed.
Man. Deb, I commend you. I commend you. I commend you.
So back to the haunt. Back to the haunt. We'll forget about
I
Deborah
actually
getting
have forgot about
stabbed.
that.
I thought that's what you're talking about when you said we went through the shoe. My guilty ass conscience made me think about
No, I was thinking of different ways that you can get a nail stuck, and I was like, if you
almost
step
took
on
her
the nail,
freaking toe off.
I forgot.
So here we go
God
back.
damn.
Here we go. Let's forget about me throwing knives. Why you gonna bring up old? Why y'all gonna bring up old shit?
Maybe that's why
You
my
brought the old
conscience.
shit up.
Now you're blaming me.
That's my conscience wanting to watch this movie because it remembered.
So
Man.
Harper from The Hunt, 20 and 19, Eli Roth produced movie. We're not talking about this no more. Talking about The Hunt. So she's at the hospital, and the nurse is like, I need you to sign this release form. So she realizes that she signed the release form. They have her address and all that, right? So this is after Clown Guy went and burnt everything down. So she's like, Mom. Next thing you know, they show the house. Then they show Clown Guy show up, right? Clown Guy kicks in the door. He's like, I'm ready. I'm here to mess stuff up. You know, I'm going to get Harper because she's, she killed all my friends and she has all the information on us. She has the 411.
Yes.
See what I did? See what I did there?
Yeah.
And as soon as he walks in, he steps on. Does he step on the glue first or the nail first?
I think
The
he
nail.
stepped on the nail. And then the glue.
And then he steps on the glue. and then she's got a shotgun and she blasts him in the head with a shotgun
So did she have that set up like that the whole time?
while she was waiting for them. After she got home before he got there, and she set up a Macaulay Culkin Home Alone trap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what that was a Home Alone trap.
literally,
Yep,
both of those were Home Alone traps. The glue on the feet, and then the nail in the foot.
Yep. They got it straight off of Home Alone. There you go.
To quote NBA Jam, the nail in the coffin.
That's for real.
Yeah.
Man.
The end of the movie. That was the end of the movie.
I think because she had to pull that nail out slow too. It was in there deep.
For her, on hers, yeah.
Yeah, it took her a while to get that thing out. Damn. Talk about a tetanus shot.
Yep.
I never like a tetanus shot. My God. That's one of the worst ones you can get. Arm be still for a week.
Every 8 years, every 10 years, something like that.
Whatever.
I didn't get one.
Right.
That explains a lot.
You told me.
You get like lockjaw or something like that if you don't get tetanus, right?
Yes. So
Yeah.
this is the part of the podcast where we give our number rating. 0 being complete total garbage, waste of your time. 10 being perfect. You're gonna watch it 30 more times, like Nope. Now I'm just messing with you right now. Nope is definitely not a 10.
Maybe a 9.
No. Anyways, so the movie Haunt. Cobweb, what do you give it?
I give it 6.
Okay, I can accept that. Deb?
I give it a 7.
I'll give it a 5.
5, 6, 7.
So 18.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah, so that means it scores a 6 from the three of us.
That's about right.
Yeah.
It wasn't, it wasn't great. It wasn't, there's some movies that you watch and you're like, you know what, that movie's not that bad.
It wasn't a movie that I was like, I don't want to watch this movie, but we already put in so much that I need to see the end of it. Like, I actually wanted to see the end of it.
It started off really slow and really boring.
It started off a little bit. Then once it started picking up, it picked up.
Yeah.
But for me, it did trigger some things where I was trying, like I said, I was trying to figure out, are they supernatural creatures? Is this going to build up to a trilogy of movies or anything like that? Haunt 2, it's next year or something. You know what I mean?
Next Halloween.
Yeah. It's kind of reminded me a lot of what's the with Jigsaw and everything.
Saw. Yeah, a weaker Saw. They call it. Yeah. Table
with the death traps and stuff.
Yep. But yeah, I don't regret seeing it. I'm not going to see it again anytime soon.
I'll probably watch it like once later on.
But something we want to start doing here on Cast of the Pod is we want to start promoting. I hadn't been doing it recently. We want to start promoting what we're going to watch next. And Cobweb, you've been talking about a movie called The Woman, or is it just Woman?
The Woman.
The Woman. And it's on Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Okay, so Deb and I are gonna watch that one next. You've seen it already. You say it's pretty messed up.
Yes.
And I saw you posting somewhere else that it's almost as twisted as some of the movies that I like.
Yes, it is definitely some WPS.
I don't think Deb knows what WPS is, but we'll get into that later, Deb.
Okay.
Right, because ain't no black people doing that shit. Tell you that right now. We ain't doing that shit.
Oh my God. All right.
We're gonna get all in that.
Me and Deb will catch that movie and we'll pot it for the next episode. We still have Death by Temptation.
What's coming out this week?
It's up to Cobweb. We can either put out this week Death by Temptation, or we can put out Event Horizon.
Let's just let's get rid of Death because we got that.
Just get it out of the way.
Just get it out of the way. It's a good episode. It was a good movie. Well, we'll let them figure it out if we say so or not.
All right.
Then we hit the Avenger Rise. We still have to do prom night.
Oh
So
Jamie Lee
yeah,
Curtis.
the great Jamie Lee Curtis, and it's almost Halloween, so we have to do nothing but Jamie Lee Curtis movies for the entire month of October, celebrating the Jamie Lee Curtis.
I'm okay with that, Deborah.
yeah. I'm okay with
So
that.
we're gonna watch True Lies.
That's
and-
not a horror movie.
Oh,
We can do Halloween. We do Halloween 1 and Halloween 2, prom night, and I don't know. Oh, we could pull out another Halloween flick with her in it, like H2O.
I still say the greatest Halloween movie of all time is Halloween 3.
You the only person that says that in their
That's
life.
my favorite one.
Deb says that. Chuckles says that.
Why?
You know why they made that movie like that, right?
Yeah.
Because each Halloween movie was going to be a different story, something different. And it's just Michael Myers was supposed to be dead after the first movie, but it made money, and they were like, you know what? That's why the movie wasn't called Michael Myers or The Shape, because he was called The Shape. They didn't call it anything like that. It was called Halloween because it was like Halloween stories.
Yeah.
32 days till Halloween.
You know, it's something else. If you guys ever out there in the pod people, if you ever listen to audiobooks, listen to the audiobooks for Halloween. Like the last couple ones that they came out with are actually really freaking scary.
Nice. I didn't realize that would be like that. Speaking of which, and you're talking about you want to do Jamie Lee Curtis movies. Are we gonna watch Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends?
That's the last one, isn't it?
Yep. It's
Ends?
coming out. Yeah.
Well, we could do
Is that
Halloween
one?
Ends.
And I think it's gonna be on Peacock.
Well, then it's gonna suck.
Well, the Halloween Kills came out on Peacock and it was good. It was, yeah.
It was okay.
Now all this I'm leaving in the pod. That
Right.
You know, all of our talking right now.
Yeah, no, it's no problem. They can figure it out. We're gonna do this. I mean,
All
if
right.
they feel as if that we need to do a Halloween special, then we do the Halloween special because we got to go all out. This is our month coming up of Cast of the Pod.
Hey, have
You
you
know.
heard what Deb and I are doing? We're doing the episodes of the Supernatural TV show. We're
I
just
haven't had a
throwing-
chance to catch it. I've seen them on there. I've seen it quite often. I mean, my time is so limited of what I can listen to in my car,
Oh yeah.
you know. But you're in my queue for that. I watched any of those shows. Those are pretty wild, though. A lot of people like those.
Deb.
Yep. Me,
Deb.
me, and me.
Yeah. But all right, man. I think that's all we got for tonight. Unless you have something else you want to throw in the cobweb.
Hit us up. I think people need to really start using that phone, Cast of the Pod phone. Hit us up.
Yep.
You
And
know,
they need to go buy the merch. Look, I'm wearing the Vote
look at that.
for Thor
Yep.
in 24 shirt. You got the mug right there.
Right, Deb, what you got?
I got a shirt, but it's in the other room.
She went and ordered the same
No,
color shirt,
no,
same ass color
no,
shirt that I had.
No, I
Now
got the
she's
color
talking
first.
shit, too.
I got the color first.
Oh
Any-
my God.
How are
We
you
got-
gonna get gray first? You gonna tell me you invented gray?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Dealing with
Got
the pod people.
Pod people. Pod people.
Oh man, I can't wait for the great month of Jamie Lee Curtis. That's going to be awesome. They're going to love.
The
You guys
great
are gonna
month
love
of
it.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, the month of Jamie Lee.
Man, don't hurt us, Jamie Lee Curtis. That's what it's.
Don't hurt us, Jamie Lee Curtis. That's- I
That's
like
the-
that,
That's the next shirt. Just
Don't hurt us.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
That
Oh.
has a nice ring to it.
It does too. It does too. I like it, and we could do so much with that,
oh yeah.
you know. And she's not going to mind. It's not like we hurting her pockets,
No.
you know.
She's like 87 years old now.
She's
You know, Jamie Lee Curtis, she still looks good for her age. She still looks good for her age. She's an older woman, but hey, you know, I think she's past the cougar stage.
Now she's a panther. No. She's a saber-toothed tiger.
She's a saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's gonna be like, I like this shirt. I think I want to buy one for myself.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis can buy Cast of the Pod.
She's gonna like this. It says, "Don't hurt us, Jamie Lee Curtis."
Oh, I thought she was gonna buy one from whatchamacallit.
No, the "Don't hurt us." Jamie
I forgot the name of the Thor movie. What was it?
Bad
Moon. Yeah, Bad Moon. She's gonna buy a Bad Moon shirt. Jamie Lee
No.
Curtis, when you hear this, because I know you're listening.
Yeah.
She's one of the people sliding into Cobweb's DMs.
Oh man.
Over at Cobweb 411.
If we do the shirt for the Jamie Lee Curtis one, I might have to order and send it to her.
Tell her, leave me alone. Here's a what do you call it? A consultation prize? A what?
Yeah. Consolation prize?
Consolation prize. Consultation. Yeah. I'm looking at constellations up in the sky.
Oh man.
Is that you? Is that me? Is that your dog?
That's
dog?
me. Amazon must be here.
Uh-oh. All right. On that note, we'll cut it short here. So don't forget, hit us up at all our social medias, Cast of the Pod, Cobweb 411. I almost did 411 again. Cobweb 411, Old Mary Gamer, and y'all leave Deb the fuck alone.
And if you guys are out there, please send out some great. We want to say happy anniversary to Deb and Josh as well.
Aww.
So make sure that you guys let them know. Send them a little. You guys can use the number. Use the number. Leave
if you want to send us a 28-year wedding anniversary, you can send it to us at P.O. Box 648, Somerset, Texas 78069. Yeah, that's the P.O. Box. Send it to Cast of the Pod 648, Somerset, Texas 78069.
Yep.
I forgot that I've had that P.O. Box for like 6-7 years. Forgot I had it.
Well, hey, there we go. We're going to start pulling this stuff out.
Yeah.
The pod people are going to love it. They're going to love it.
All right, y'all. So I'm Josh.
And I'm Deb.
And I'm Cobweb.
And we appreciate you listening to us. This is where we normally put in some kind of catchy catchphrase or whatever. But I don't know. What?
Hey, just remember, the octopus knows.
Don't hurt us, Jamie Lee Curtis. All right, y'all. Till next time. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Peace out.